welcome to the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium and this gold medal match in the men's team contest for classes 9 to 10, featuring defending champions China and a very dangerous Australian side. Know thy enemy is the way the saying goes, and these athletes certainly know each other pretty well. Ma Lin having won that gold with China in Rio 5 years ago before switching allegiances, and he now spearheads this Australian side. Ma Lin already has a silver to his name from these games. He took silver in the team competition in Class 9, but up for grabs today is gold. Can China defend their title, or will Ma Lin steer his adopted country to Paralympic glory? A compelling contest to look forward to today.
Yeah, looking forward to this. It's been a long and grueling week of competition inside the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium. All comes down to this, doesn't it, for the Chinese and Australians, this extra bit of spice, because Ma Lin is going up against his former colleague Lian Hao, the final medal event, this final of 31 medal events across the 11 classes based on the impact of impairment on performance.
Lian Hao, Zhao Yixing.
Well, that is the Chinese team. Gold in the team event in London, gold in Rio, and they are going for their hat-trick here in Tokyo.
Joel Coughlin, Lin Ma, Nathan Pelissier.
Yep, Lin Ma and Joel Coughlin here. Lin Ma,
from
Class 9 singles silver medalist, gold with the Chinese in Rio 5 years ago.
Ingrid Ugram. Ladies and gentlemen, the officials.
So, team event, and that means a doubles matchup and then two singles. A third singles match would be redundant if one of these teams wins the doubles and then follows it up with a victory in that first singles contest. So the progression through the tournament, the Chinese who dispatched the Ukrainians in 3 in the semi-finals after putting paid to the Brits.
Both of these teams yet to drop a game in this tournament. Australia perhaps the surprise package. We wouldn't necessarily have expected to see them here in this gold medal contest, but all credit to them, and you can't help but think that's the influence of Ma Lin. 4 Paralympic golds to his name, 2 silvers, 5 world titles. He's a good man to have on your side.
Certainly is, and they've made the most of their athletes with Chinese heritage, the Australian delegation. A couple of golds elsewhere in the women's competition with Lei Li Na and Yang Jian in classes 9 and 10 respectively, breaking the 37-year medal drought for Australia in Paralympic table tennis. So it's a good medal return really for the Aussies. The Chinese dominate the sport, we know that. 15 golds for China so far in these Tokyo Paralympic Games. A real chance to go out on a high for this Aussie duo. That's the Chinese progression. Indonesia, Great Britain, and the Ukrainians all dispatched with the minimum of fuss. Brazil, France and Nigeria swept aside on the way through. Very impressive the way the Aussies put away Agunbiyade and Olufemi of Nigeria in their semi-final.
Ernesto Rivero will be overseeing proceedings here in this gold medal contest. He'll be joined by Ingrid Bogren of Sweden. Now, we've talked a lot about Ma Lin for Australia, but his teammate Joel Coughlin, it's his first Paralympic Games and he's already assured a silver medal.
Yeah, they're learning from their new teammates, I suspect here. The Aussies in Ma, who moved to Melbourne in the aftermath of those Rio Paralympic Games and was soon representing the Australians in table tennis. He talked about the terrific history he has in the sport, the impressive palmares, Paralympic Games medalist and at the Worlds as well. And some of that natural talent is rubbed off on his new colleagues. So we're underway then in the team event for classes 9 to 10 here in the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium. China in red and the Aussies in green. Topspin forehand, just clipping the net, just to level up this opening game. Takes a few points for the players to find their range here on the table. Mistakes being traded here. 3-2 China, and Lin Ma serving for Australia. (4-2).
It's great work from Lian there to set the Australians up for that error. Seen him do that a couple of times down the diagonal.
China racing away with his first game, lead of 4 here, 6-2. First to 11 takes the game. It's Coughlin misfiring, 8-2. The Aussies haven't been allowed to settle at all here.
That's Lian again, so deadly down that diagonal. Backhands and forehands, he's just so precise.
Better from Lin Ma. Well, no pressure on that topspin forehand there. He's stuck it into the net as at Coughlin, and in next to no time after just 4 minutes. China here are at game points. Stunning in the first game for the Chinese. Wow.
Absolutely racing out of the gates. Expected a bit more from the Australians, but like you said before, they really weren't allowed to find a rhythm at all.
11-3. That's a blitz from Lian and Xiao here. Average rally, 4 shots. The longest we've seen is 6. Wasn't particularly explosive in terms of rally building from Lian and Xiao. Too many mistakes from Lin Ma and Joel Coughlin in that first game. Second game underway then, and it's as you were. China on the board first. Again with that top spin, he's too long once more, Lin Ma. Well, they'll take all the mistakes that they're offered here, the Aussies. 2-2. Three.
That was decisive from Zhao.
Well, he needs to be the go-to player, really, Lin Ma, for Australia. And I'm afraid he's nowhere near the top of his game here in this team final for Australia, and it's hurting them.
A lot of uncharacteristic mistakes from him. Just don't see it that often from a player of his caliber and his experience.
Coughlin that time going long. 6-4.
Not too much on that one, and he knows he should have done better, perhaps.
(7-5) China here in this second game. Best of 5, so it's first to 3. And then we will move on to the second match, which is the opening singles between Lian of China and Australia's Lin Ma. 8-5 now. Gap is 3. Just 3 more needed for this lead to extend out to 2 games to nothing. Oh.
Coughlin is just not getting his shots in at all. Far too many costly errors. And that's game points for the Chinese.
11-3 in the first game, 10-5 in the second, so 5 game points here. Oh, that's better. Shot of the match so far from Lin Ma. Plenty more of the same, please. That's what the Aussies will be saying. It's back to 10-6 now. China on serve, but still these 4 game points. And that clip off the corner of the table. China too good by far so far in this men's team final for classes 9 to 10 at the Tokyo Paralympic Games. 2 games under the belt, 1 more needed to wrap up the first match of this final.
Class 1 to 2 gold medal match winners were, of course, France.
テーブル6試合が終わりました。男子団体クラス1、2、2、2対0をもちまして勝者はフランスでした。
And so our last contest is
Well, China's men took gold earlier today in classes 6 to 7. And these classes 9 and 10 athletes will want to match the feat of their teammates from earlier today.
13 golds in Rio 5 years ago at the Paralympic Games last time out for the Chinese team in table tennis. 15 so far here, so they're going for their 16th. Already a more productive Paralympic Games for the Chinese table tennis squad. And off the mark first in this 3rd game. This is sport classes 9 to 10 for players who have mild impairments affecting the legs or the playing arm. Class 10 athletes categorised as having relatively mild impairments.
Well, what an angle that was. Lian again, so difficult to put those shots away down the line. Of course, this is a must-win game for the Aussies if they are to stay in this doubles contest. They'll need to find something.
That's better. Coughlin serving. 2-3 here. And keeping the ball in play. First things first. Lin Ma there, playing the shot into the body of Zhao. So we're all square here. 3rd game. Finding that seam between the opposition players. Zhao with a missile there. 4-3 China.
And another lightning quick.
Yeah, that flicked reverse backhand into the body of Joel Coughlin. It's a game of quick reflexes, table tennis. And Australia just haven't been allowed to settle at all in this team final. And Ma and Coughlin have called a timeout here.
I think that's a good idea, given that we are at a critical point in this match. With Lian and Zhao are not letting up. Australia need to find some answers.
Three-five then in game 3. in the first match of this men's team final. Four, 5 now. We're all square.
A couple of gifts from the Chinese. Was brilliant pressure from Ma to earn that point.
Seven, 6 after the miss from Lin Ma. Shaping up to be the rally of the match so far, but again, Lin Ma can't keep it going. We expect him to be the sort of baseline player, the one who can get everything back into play here, the more experienced, the Chinese-born, naturalised Australian. But it just hasn't happened for the men in green here.
Now the Chinese dictating everything.
A couple of points back for Australia. 8 all, and they're serving. So this is a massive point in the third game of this opening match, the doubles contest in this men's team final. Fantastic shot. 9-8. Here we go. Two match points for China. Good pressure there on the backhand of Zhao. So that's one match point saved. A mistake on the service return. Shot goes long, and China with the minimum of discomfort here. Wrap up the opening match of this men's team final.
Table 6男子団体のクラス9 to 10は中華人民共和国ダブルスペアあっという間に仕留めました。
Well, there's not too much time to debrief, to assess what went right, what went wrong, because we will be soon into the first singles contest, and that will be interesting. Lian Hao for China taking on his former teammate Ma Lin. Now on paper you'd fancy the Australian, but having watched that performance, Lian was so aggressive and so powerful in that doubles match, and he's the man in form at the minute.
Gold medal final. In the round of 16, they beat Indonesia 2-0.
So, done and dusted in a mere 17 minutes.
And semi-final to beat Ukraine.
Opening match.
2-0.
Average rally.
さあそれでは見ていきましょう。中華人民共和国2人で臨んでいますリアン・ハウ選手とジャオ・イチン選手です。
Then of the opener
リアン
in
選
the
手は
doubles match
26
for
歳ラン
China.
ク3位クラス10です。ダブルスパラリンピックチャンピオンですね。リオとロンドン取っています。そしてジャオ・イーチン選手28歳ランク7位 クラス9です。現在のアジアチャンピオン、そしてアジアゲームズでも金メダリス
Well,
ト。
there is a slight difference in class between this pair, Lian Hao, class 10, Marlin, class 9. They are both world number 3 in their respective classes.
Joel Coughlin, 33 years old. World ranking
Both
55.
multiple
He's the
medal winners in
Oceania
Paralympic
champion
Games, in
2019.
World Championships, in Para-Asian Games.
Three times world champion, won silver in the men's singles class 9.
They've met
Earlier
3
in,
times previously.
And then Nathan
Australian
Felicia,
having
25
won
years old and world rank 45.
2 of those
class 8.
contests.
Former double Oceania champion and silver medalist in 2019.
They're looking relaxed, Australia,
In the
despite
round of
that
16, they beat Brazil.
whitewash.
In the quarterfinal, they beat France, and in the semi-final, they beat Nigeria. All of those being 2-0.
対するオーストラリアもすべて2対0で退けてきました。ブラジル戦、フランス戦、ナイジェリア戦と勝ち上がりました。3人で臨んでいます。ジョエル・コーラン選手、
it's down
33
to
歳。
Lin Ma here, the 31-year-old,
2019年、そしてラン
who
キング
takes
3
on
位のリーマ
his
ー
former
選手で
teammates.
31歳ですね。3回のワールドチャンピオンの経験があります。この大会でも銀メダリストに輝いています。もう一人、ネイ
World
サン・
Championship
ペリシ
bronze
エ
medalist
選手。
3 years ago, Lian.
25歳の選手は前のダブルスのオセアニアチャンピオンでもあります。
He's on the hat trick here. China having won the team gold in both London and Rio.
So the doubles have been completed. We now move on to the singles, and representing People's Republic of China, we have Lian Hao, and representing
Lin Ma, the
Australia,
naturalised Australian.
Lin Ma. So it's all play for. It's 1-0 at the moment to People's Republic of China.
Has to find a
The match
performance
is
here,
about to get underway.
otherwise it's going to be silver.
Yeah, a must win for Australia. But with his experience, he's been there, he's done that, he's got a host of medals, as we were saying earlier, in Paralympics, in World Championships, and if anyone can pull it off under pressure, it's him.
A mistake from Lian Hao allows Lin Ma into this singles match. And there's another 2-2.
Almost an identical mistake to the one Ma made the point before. Both players sending their return shots long.
Growing into this match now, Lin Ma, a rarity, first time Australia have led in this team final.
Not for long. 4-4.
Lian quick to play the points. Takes the ball early and aggressively. It was a great pickup from under the table from Lian.
Keeping their rally live there. Lin Ma got back to 7-5. Followed by the mistake. 3 more points required here to wrap up this first game. He's 3 ahead. Long again, Lian, under very little pressure. The push backhand, so the deficit extends out to 4.
Game points already for China. 5 of them. Well, he can afford to give one away.
Second game point saved. Yeah, still has wriggle room though in this game, and there it is. 11-7 in the opening game then of the opening singles contest in this men's team final. It is one-way traffic here inside the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium. It's all China. A sweep of the doubles, and now Lian Hao has taken the first game in the first singles. Are we going to need Xiao to come to the table against Joel Coughlin? Not at this rate. China so dominant in this men's team final for the classes 9 and 10 in table tennis at these Tokyo Paralympic Games.
Australia with work to do then. Game 2 underway.
Underhitting hasn't necessarily been a problem thus far for Lian Hao. Once with that first point, there's an immediate response though. 1-1, and Lian is serving.
That was great play from Ma. It's always a shame to see an athlete play a really great point, only to follow it up with an error. Well, Zhao Yi Qing on the Chinese bench is in a nice position here. He can sit and relax and watch his teammate do the work. And if China win this, they win the gold medal.
He just can't get into any kind of groove at all in this final. The Chinese player, Lin Ma.
No, he doesn't look happy or comfortable out there at all. He's not playing as we know he can play. Snatched at that ball a bit, Lian.
Ma on serve, 3-6, second game. Again, nice tidy rally. It's Lian who keeps the ball in play. Another mistake from Ma to slip back to 4 behind here. Seven 4 now. Another big winner. Formidable topspin on the shot from Lian. Gets out to 8-4 now.
Well, Lian quickly closing in on this second game.
Four 9.
Well, mistimed that one. First game point saved by Australia.
Nowhere near again. It's just not happening at all for Team Australia. Not happened at all for Lin Ma in this singles contest so far. Comfortable China here in the team final. So they're wrapping up the doubles contest in 3. And I'm afraid, as far as the Aussies are concerned, it's a similar nightmarish tale in the opening singles. 11-7 in the first game and now 11-5 in the second for Lian Hao. Looking very much like a Chinese hat-trick of Paralympic gold medals in this team event for classes 9 to 10.
Game 3 then. An absolute must win for Australia. If China win this one, they are taking home the gold. And Lian looking absolutely unplayable.
Chinese came into these Paralympic Games with 59 gold medals in a table tennis all-time medal table toppers. I've increased the tally to 74 with their run of success and the 15 goals already here in Tokyo. Number 16 will soon be in the bag too, surely.
I don't know if any other nation dominates a sport like China do with table tennis.
Yeah, they weren't at the Paralympics until 1984 in this sport, the Chinese. First in the medal count in Athens and haven't looked back since. 13 golds 5 years ago in Rio for China. They've improved on that tally this time round. Lian on serve then at 3-2.
It must be really hard to play against not only someone like Lian, but when you've got the Chinese bench behind you celebrating every point that he wins, it must be quite demoralizing. Oh, what a point that was. That deserves celebration. So the timeout called on the Australian side. And with Lian putting together a run of a few great points, he puts together a few more good points, and that's it. Gold goes to China, so Australia need to dig deep now. A lot to do and not a lot of time to do it in. Lin looking frustrated, dejected. And he is under real pressure.
Point for Australia on the resumption. 6-3 China. 2 on the bounce. As long as he keeps it in play, he's got a chance. Lin Ma. Within 1 now, serving at 5-6. He leaves that table open, and Lian able to hit the target. There's just no answer, really, from Lin Ma. Lian, utterly dominant, as were he and Zhao in the doubles. They edge closer.
It's absolutely phenomenal play from Lian, so aggressive. And that's brought up 5 gold medal points for China. The chance to take his 3rd Paralympic gold medal in teams wasn't to be that time. A lifeline for Australia, albeit a very small one. But he's done it that time. Screams of joy for China. Big hugs, photos, celebrations all round. A deserved win for the Chinese team. And that's a familiar sight, isn't it? Gold going to China.
ご覧のように男子団体クラス9 to 10圧倒的な強さでしたシングルスも
I'm sure Zhao is smiling behind that mask. But absolutely incredible from that man there. Lian Hao, absolutely unstoppable, clinical. Dispatch a player of Marlin's class is no mean feat, but he made it look easy out there today. Take nothing away from Australia, exceeding expectations in reaching this gold medal match, and to take home a silver, huge achievement in itself. The Chinese flag held aloft, as we are so used to seeing here at the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium.
Paralympic Games, Tokyo.
Big smiles for the cameras. China deserved winners of this gold medal.
Well, you said it, unstoppable. This was wrapped up in the minimum fashion, really. They were just too good. Australia struggled to get into this team event final, full stop. The tone was set by Lian Zhao in the singles with that 3-0 whitewash, and then when it came to the first singles contest, Lin Ma just had nothing up against his former Chinese teammate Lian Hao, and it is a 16th gold medal for China in the last event inside the Tokyo Metropolitan Gymnasium in table tennis at these Paralympic Games. So that's 3 better than their gold medal tally in Rio 5 years ago. And 3 on the spin in terms of the team event for China. After London and Rio, they add Tokyo to the tally.
And I'm sure that they'll be eyeing Paris with eager anticipation. Just 18 minutes then to wrap up that second match here in this gold medal contest. An absolute masterclass from China.
So, pretty brutal reading that, if you're following Australia. A sweep from China in both the doubles and the singles.
Well, there was no question that China were going to defend their gold. A straight games win, a straight matches win for the Chinese over Australia. Deserved Paralympic champions here today.